Hello and welcome to Financial Conversations with Brian. Sorry it's been a while. I haven't made a video in quite some time, but I want to make that a change for 2025 and get back into these videos and create some content that might be valuable to you guys. In this video, I want to talk about why spending less matters more than earning more money. There used to be an old thing that Ben Franklin that said a penny saved is a penny earned. Well, back in his day, we weren't taxed like we are today. So that is one little piece of advice from Ben Franklin that doesn't make much sense for us today. A dollar saved is worth more than a dollar earned because of taxes and things like that. This article that I've got pulled up here with Money with Kate kind of gives a little explanation into why this is the case. It talks about here why spending less matters more than earning more. Without question. Why? Because a dollar of new earned income is taxed, and a dollar that you already have in your pocket isn't. Think about it this way. In order to have a $1 bill in your pocket, you actually had to earn close to $1.30 between federal income tax, state income tax, Medicare, Social Security, all the other little taxes. This is done like on a national average. It's about $1.30 to get $1 on your paycheck. So it's 30% difference on average. So this is why, some people always want to go out and how can I make more money? Which, trust me, there's nothing wrong with wanting to go out and earn more money. Nothing at all. Because the difference between what you bring in and what you spend, if you get those expenses low enough, that gap is what's going to help you to create wealth and get free. But that being said, especially in the beginning, if you're at the beginning of your financial journey, you definitely want to focus on the expense side first, because those things are more easily controlled than just going out and getting more money, especially if that money comes from an employer where you're taxed heavier than where if you're self-employed or have a business and you have write-offs and that type of thing. That would be probably another video on the tax implications of working for an employer. But anyway, back to this. She brings up an example here. Let's look at it real quick. It says most of us would get excited about a 10% raise. If you make $50,000 and you get a 10% raise, your new income would be $55,000. Alright, so you might think, sweet, $5,000, but how much of that will you actually see on a monthly basis? They've got the math broke down here. $5,000 divided by 12 months, $416 a month before tax, or approximately $291 after tax, if you assume averages for state, federal, and other taxes. So isn't that weird? A $5,000 raise is only $291 more per month. That's less than $150 per paycheck. Alright, well anyway, in this economy, people are losing jobs, so to put a lot of stock into trying to get more out of your employer when they're trying to cut back, that may or may not work out. The best thing to do is to take what you've got, all your bills, and try to minimize every one of them the best that you can. I mean, every line item, even stuff that you may think is necessity, you may find out that you can get the same thing for less or even for free. And I'll give you an example of that real quick. Well, you can see my head here. I have shaved my head. I bought on Amazon. I bought a head shaver. It was about $35. Started shaving my own head, and because I was balding and had a big bald spot back here, and I thought, I'm tired of doing this comb over thing, and okay. So I spent $35. Started shaving my head. So now I don't have to buy a shampoo, and I don't have to pay for a haircut no more. And which was probably about, on average, $20 a month for the haircut, and I don't know, a bottle of shampoo probably lasted a couple months at $5 a piece. So, another 60 there. So probably all in all, probably about $300 a year of complete savings. And that's one way to fight inflation. A lot of people look to try to find an alternative, which is good. If you find something that's, like say if it was $5 and they went up to $7, if you can find an alternative that's $5 or less, that's great. But if you can eliminate it completely, then you have really pulled something off. I'll give you another quickie real quick. Trash. I had trash pickup, and I live in the county, and I have to pay, it was $20 a month to have my trash picked up. Well, they sent out a thing that they were going up to $25, which, that's a pretty good jump percentage-wise. It's not only $5 a month, but I thought, my neighbor, I watch him, and he used to take, he would bag up very large bags of trash. He'd buy these mega bags like at Big Lots, which, by the way, I see they're going out of business. But anyway, he would buy those, and he'd fill this trash up in there, and about once a month I'd see him take these bags to the in the back of his pickup truck to the dump. And I asked him about it one day, and he said they only charge him $1 per bag. So I think one of those bags, he said, is like a week's worth of trash. So he probably takes 4 bags down there a month, $4 versus 25, plus his fuel. But the dump is only like 3 miles from here, maybe. So even at the 65 cents a mile, you're still coming out better, because he only does that once a month. But I was sitting there thinking to myself, I was like, how can I eliminate that? So I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. And my mother, she lives maybe 5 miles or less from my house. And she actually lives close to where I work, less than a mile away from where I work. And she's single and lives by herself, and she hardly has any trash at all. And hers is built into her water bill. It's like $8 a month built into the water bill for trash pickup. So I thought, if she will allow me to put one bag, one of those big mega bags of trash in there on my way to work once a week, I can eliminate $25. And that's what I did. And it's worked out fine. It was never have exceeded the amount that the trash can hold. It's not out of my way, because it's less than 1 mile from my job, and I take it once a week. That type of thing. But most people would look at trash pickup as a necessity, and they would say that that's just it. It is what it is. I have to pay this. Well, no, you don't. And I think you should take every single line item, like cable. Some people think they have to have cable. Well, no, you don't. If you have Wi-Fi, you can stream things. I mean, you can get a Roku and get all your channels, all your movies for free if you want. If there's some that you really like, pay $5 a month for a subscription to your favorite, 1 or 2 of those. You're still going to come out way better than paying a cable bill. Phone, another thing. You can, Mint Mobile, for example, that's who I use. It's $15 a month, and they have some great things in there where you can refer someone and get a bonus. And I did that last year, and my referral was real simple. I referred my own wife. She signed up, and I got like a $90 credit or something like that for her signing up. I don't remember exactly what the credit was, but anyway, bottom line was I pay this once a year, and it covers me for the whole year. It's always in November, and this year I paid $100 for an entire year. It'll be good until November 2025. A whole year of phone for $100. And you can't beat that. I mean, you can do without a cell phone. That's something you could do without, and probably do, Google on your computer and call through your computer. And but the cell phone, to me, it pays for itself, because there's all kinds of apps and things and on there, mystery shopping and things like that I've done, that I more than pay for the $10 or $15 a month that it's cost to have it. So to me, not having a cell phone would cost me more in opportunity cost than actually having one. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. Look at every line item, and try to find ways to save money. This is why it's more important, especially early on, and really throughout, is to always be in control of your expenses the best that you can. It will pay huge dividends, and it also makes you how do I want to say this? I'm not going to say, well, bulletproof is not probably a real good term to use, but if something happens, and let's say you do lose your job, and there's been lots of places that's been closing. I mean, we've had Big Lots shutting down all their stores, Party City shutting down all their stores. If you are a victim of a layoff or something like that, having your expenses down to a minimum means that it's going to be a lot easier to ride out the storm. And, if you've made earning more from your job your priority, and let's just say you've worked really hard and you've gotten up to $90,000 or $100,000 a year income, which is great, especially here in East Tennessee where I live, that would be considered a very high income. But unfortunately, if you lost that job, finding another one that pays the same amount, good luck. You may go from 90,000 down to 45,000 and be half. And that would be brutally painful. And trying to save money in that situation, it's going to be good, but it's going to be very painful, because you're going to have to do a lot of things really quickly. So my recommendation is, if you can, while you're doing good, while you have a job, start eliminating bills and cutting them back. Just pick one bill per week and focus on that one bill, and really zone in and shop around. If it's car insurance, I just helped my mother do this with her car insurance. We shopped around, and it was like $10 or $15 a month that she was saving by switching, and she got extra coverage that she didn't have before. So those are little things, but those little amounts, they do add up a lot over a year's time. So this article here really backs up kind of what this channel is about. Spending less matters more than earning more. Because here's the thing: if you earn $90,000 a year, but you spend $90,000 a year, you may be looking good, but you're getting nowhere. I mean, there's no. If you spend everything, you're not gaining wealth. You're not getting free. You're just basically on the treadmill, doing a lot of walking and getting nowhere. It's kind of crazy how I've read stories of janitors and things like that have